Hi everyone, I'm Urban Girl and welcome to my channel. I'm out in a favourite part of my local woods again, just to set up a wee day kit. I've got a bit of fun for you and we'll show you that once we get into the shelter. But meanwhile, let's set up this shelter and let's get cracking, guys. I'm going to use these two trees here, so I'm going to do a really quick bowline knot here to create a wee loop that I can use. So you just do this, the rhyme, you know, the rabbit goes over the fence and round the tunnel or whatever it is, and there's your quick bowline, and then that can move easily. So I'm going to use that end for the bigger tree. I'm just setting up a wee I'm setting up the ridge line with a wee mini tarp. And for that I'm using the DD Magic Carpet XL. I just thought it would be interesting to see how this DD Magic Carpet performs as a wee mini tarp. It's not forecast to rain, but it might. Right, we can't quite reach this tree over here with this ridge line. Just grabbed a couple of wee pegs out my wee kit box, so peg it in at the back. here we go guys, that's us all set up. So what I'll do now is I'll get in the shelter and I'll talk you through the new kit setup and why I've done it. I'll take advantage of this picnic bench so that I can show you through the kit and let you know why I made these choices. One thing I want to say about today's shelter setup, that DD Magic Carpet's pretty good just as a wee mini tarp. I was trying to condense the kit down as small as possible to fit it in the two tins, which was great, and actually I've got it really quite rigid, so but as I said before, no setup is ever 100% perfect and you're never 100% happy. So one of the factors for today, I did think about it this morning and then I quickly dismissed that thought, and I wished I hadn't, because basically there's a lot of midges out today, and yeah, they're already annoying. So anyway, so I'll talk you through guys why I ended up with this amazing fun kit. So what I've done is, this one's a backstory to the first story. So I want to introduce you to my alternative Stanley Lunchbox coffee kit. So this is a really cheap alternative to the Stanley Lunchbox kit. I'm probably really slow to the party guys. I didn't know it was a thing, and when it came up on YouTube and I started looking at it, like most people that are into, you know, camping or outdoor activities, I quickly became obsessed with how fun it looked. So I thought, oh, I really want to try that. I then looked up getting a Stanley Lunchbox in the UK, and quickly decided that I'm not paying $100 for a Stanley Lunchbox. So yeah, they're pretty expensive here in the UK, and even getting one second hand, it's just really not an option here. So I started looking into alternatives on eBay, and this is what I found. And I just had to get it because I was lucky. I was successful in the bid. This is again, it is made in America, a 1971 Disney lunchbox, which is based on the Stanley design. Yeah, one of the disadvantages, it's a lot smaller than the Stanley lunchbox, so I can't really fit the kit in it that I need. While I was doing that, of course, this other lunchbox came up, and I just thought it was so cute, I had to get it. And I don't even need it. I don't need lunchboxes. But yeah, it was so cute. I put all the stickers on it. You get them with it. So I put all the stickers on it. I have ordered a proper wee strap. I've just put this one on, makeshift one on at the moment for today. But it's so cute. And within that one, what I've done as well is I did do the inside of this. So I've put some felt on the inside. So I've lined the inside with felt. And that's a kind of sticky back paper that I had. So yeah, so I've decorated the inside of that one a wee bit, which I'm really pleased with, and I think it looks really nice. I just think it makes it look even more cute. So yeah, not bad. I had the DD Magic Carpet in there, I had the pegs, and all the guy lines, and the ridge line. So, you know, not bad, but yeah, small and cute. I was going to say a bit like myself, but maybe that would just be cheeky. So that's why I've got that one. So on the story of this one, I've also just now bid for another one, which looks very similar to this, but it's a completely different brand. I am hoping it's bigger. It looks bigger in the picture, but it might not be, and the dimensions weren't on it. And anyway, I bid for it and I won it, so we'll see what that one turns out like. if it is bigger, then yeah, I'll probably refashion it. So this one, as you can see, I've put some paracord on the handle just because I wasn't really that keen on the handle. And I also tried to renovate the inside slightly because it was a wee bit rusty in places in the inside. I'll show you a wee quick video of that. I did that earlier in the week and it was partially successful. And the reason for that is my technique is not great. So it worked, it did the job I wanted it to do, but the finish isn't fantastic, and that's because my technique was, well, let's say it leaves a lot to be desired. Anyway, so here it is, guys. Here's the kit. Here's my alternative Stanley Lunchbox coffee kit. You'll see from the box there's actually quite a lot of kit in it for a tiny wee lunchbox. I was quite surprised by how much I managed to squeeze in here. I'm not 100% settled on this being my final kit. Because it is very limited in space, so I might restrict some of the kit and see if I can find smaller things or things that are different sizes. I'm also waiting for the new box to see if it's bigger. So in this kit I've got a wee cup here, I've got my gas canister, I made a wee felt cover for that. I've got a wee tablecloth thing, which is just sitting at the back there. So that just sits in there. That's designed to hold the thermos anyway, which is obviously a Disney one. The Stanley one's the same. The difference with the Stanley one is this bit at the back and the Stanley one sits up straight. It stays standing up. Mine doesn't do that. And also the handle won't lie flat. Even without the paracord, the handle won't lie flat, so the lid won't sit down flat. The lid's going to always sit up like that, even if it's on the ground. And this side I've got a wee neck knife, my spoon for my coffee, 2 lighters, my coffee pot, and my gas stove. So that's kind of the kit that it looks like at the moment. I also made a wee felt liner basket for the bottom of the lunchbox, so just to stop things rattling about in there. You'll see from the close-up videos or the videos of the renovation of the inside what I mean about the finish. So that just sits in like that, and it stops this all rattling about. So the thing that's not ideal is the stove is way bigger than I really want it to be. Coffee pot's not bad. I mean, I don't have to bring the coffee pot with me, but there's probably a couple of other wee things that I would like to be able to get in it that I just can't fit in it because it's such a small box. And even at the moment it is quite difficult to get it to close properly because I've got so much stuff in it and it's really tight. I don't even know if I'll get that knife back in. But you can see yourself, like, you're really having to try and jam it shut because I've got too much stuff in it and it's so small and dinky. But anyway, I absolutely love this. It's just such a bit of fun. So enough talking. Let's set up a cup of coffee, guys. Well, I tried to set up a wee smudge fire to get rid of the midges, but I didn't stay lit for very long because I don't have any dry kindling with me. Tried my best to forage what I could, but yeah, there's not a lot in this area, guys, as you know. The ground's pretty wet, so I've managed to, even though I brought a wee mat to kneel on, I've managed to get my trousers wet at the knees. So I think before we have the coffee, I am going to, now ordinarily, guys, I'll show you this all set up. So if you watch some of the Stanley video, and if you've not, I mean, as I said, I'm late to the party, but if you've not heard of it, look it up on YouTube. There's hundreds of them. They seem really popular out in the Far East, and to the point that people are actually making accessories for them and charging a lot of money for the accessories. So yeah, so one of the modifications that they make and one of the accessories they provide is tables to go on the top. So I'm experimenting with that, but I'm waiting for this new lunchbox to arrive, which might be bigger than this one, so I'm going to hold off on any more modifications until such times as I get the new box, and then it might be back to the drawing board sort of. Anyway, let's see if we can get this stove set up. This is one of the things that I'm definitely thinking about replacing, because it is a wee bit big for what I need it for. Especially for this lunchbox. I don't really use it a lot. I also couldn't find my table or my windshield. Like, I don't know where all my kit's gone. It's obviously somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to set up the stove and get some water on. I've got an adapter for this stove as well, because I need an adapter for the longer canister. I did buy the smaller canister, the screw-in type, but as I said, I don't really have, although it will fit this stove, that's not my plan. My plan is to get one of those wee smaller ones, like a wee folding one, like the Vango or the BRS or something. Let me know in the comments if you've got any wee micro mini stoves like that fold up, and what you recommend, guys. I've looked it up on YouTube, the usual, but there's so many different comments and recommendations, and I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for it, because ultimately I don't need it. It's another stove I don't need. But anyway. Right, that's the stove set up. You probably can't see it. Yeah, you just about can't see it. It's down on the ground. I mean, there was things that I couldn't fit in that either. So I couldn't fit a pot in, because I don't have, you know, I don't have any sort of, you know, titanium coffee pot mug type thing. As you know, all my kit's like canteen cup shapes, and I obviously couldn't fit it in there. So although I could fit the wee tiny cup in, I can't fit any of the pots or anything that go with it, or a kettle or anything like that. So I do have a Stanley cup set, but it's a big chunky one. It's quite round, quite chunky. I've put that on eBay, by the way, for sale, because I don't use it. I've only used it once, and it's a shame that it's not getting used, because it is a really good kit. But again, yeah, it doesn't fit in there. So yeah, so there's a lot of things I can't fit in it because it's not the Stanley Lunchbox, which is massive. So I think what I'm going to do first of all, guys, is I'll probably use this one because it's got a better handle on it, and heat up some soup. Hopefully, if we get the stove lit. I pointed you down a wee bit so that you can see the stove, but I mean, you've probably seen 1,001 gas stoves, innit? And I don't have a spoon with me either for that, because I've only got a spoon for my coffee. Like, I'm totally not prepared. Right, there we go guys, I've turned you around again. Actually what I might do is I'm going to put the soup in that, because that wee pot's going to be hot now. I can't drink it out of that, so let's get 2 pots dirty. I put the stove off. Yeah, as you can see, so I don't know if you did see it or maybe you could hear it, but cheers guys. It's hot. It's probably too hot. I need to let it cool down. Yeah, it's far too hot. But I don't know if you could hear it or see it, but as you could see, so I did lay the canister down, but lying the canister down with this stove, I'm getting all that flaring. I thought that those canisters were designed to lie down in your stove. I mean, I've got the big stove, you know, the single burner one, like the camping gas one. I've also got a wee heater that's in my shed, my summer house, and the canister's lying down in all of them. But with this stove, like when I was lying that canister down just now, it was flaring a lot. I don't know, maybe I had it up too high, I don't know, but anyway, I quickly stood the canister up and that seemed to help. So yeah, I'll enjoy this lunch guys, and I'll bring you back for a cup of coffee. I also don't have anything to put my coffee in yet. So I'm hoping I don't spill this. Let's try it. Well, we might as well have a civilised cup of coffee, guys. It hasn't been raining for a good couple of days, but I'm surprised at how wet the ground is. It's really, really wet. So there we go, a perfect little espresso in the woods. That's so nice. In a lot of the Stanley videos, you'll see that they weigh they make it with coffee beans, and they've all got these wee digital scales to weigh the coffee beans, and they've got a coffee grinder and they grind all the beans to a specific weight, and then, you know, they make the coffee. It is a lot of fun watching it, but I'm not that fussy. Okay, I am fussy about coffee, but not to that extent. I mean, yeah, you definitely get a nicer cup of coffee from freshly ground beans, but I don't have a Stanley lunchbox, so I don't really have space for all that stuff. But that wee miniature coffee pot for one is perfect for me. And I can even use the BCB. Well, I maybe can't use the BCB because it wouldn't sit on it. It barely sits. It was barely sitting on that stove as well, which is the other thing about that stove that I don't like. The pot supports go out the way. It's really designed for a bigger pot. That was nice. I wish I brought more coffee for another cup. Cheers, guys. Well, there we go, guys. I'm all packed up. I lifted up some rubbish and I found a wee bag to put it in, so lots of big bits of broken glass and stuff and plastic, you name it, and an old bottle, so I'll take that back with me. Thanks again for watching my channel. I really appreciate all your views and comments. Let me know what you think about the alternative Stanley lunchbox. It was just a laugh. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to getting that other box and to see if it's bigger, because then I can get more kit in it. I'm just an urban girl out having a bit of fun. Bye!